Welcome back to the channel, guys, and I hope you all are doing amazingly fine. Before I say anything or talk about today's topic, you guys are amazing. A very big thank you to all of you for showering so much love on the previous video. The video has grossed over 6,000 views, close to 6,000 views, over 600 likes, and it's just going up like anything. मुझे नहीं पता था यार, you guys will love it so much, and I am really thankful to you. The channel is growing and it's all because of you. But there are so many of you who watch me regularly but haven't subscribed. Like, I'm not saying this out of nowhere. Why? Guys, if you love the channel, subscribing is the last thing you can do to help me out and also get a smile on my face. So if you haven't subscribed already, go and do it right now. Like, pause the video, go and do it right now. यहाँ पे होता है ना? I guess so. यहाँ पे, and hit the bell icon. You'll get notified about the next video. I'm gonna be super consistent. I promise. Okay? देखो ये video इतनी जल्दी आ गया. So please do it. Also, today's topic is one of the most asked questions in recent times, and I'm gonna talk today about should you pursue CPL in 2021 or no. Now, I'm not only going to talk about this, I'm also going to give you a lot of points which you should consider before taking the big decision. Like, these points are for everyone and anyone who is thinking. Also, this video is mostly for people who are thinking of doing it right now. Okay, like right now. If you're someone who is in 10th or 11th, then you still have a year. It might not be really helpful to you, so you can like skip this one. But if you're someone who's looking at this point in 2021 or maybe in the beginning of the next year, then yeah, please watch this. Do not miss any single minute of this video. I'm going to put a lot of points, so you need to basically go through all of them so that you can make the best decision for yourself and help yourself. And if you're passionate about it, just go ahead and do it after watching this. So without further ado, let's get started. Intro. Also, for anyone who is new around here, my name is Shreyansh. I'm a commercial pilot and also an approved instructor. And on my channel, I make a lot of videos with respect to aviation, about doing CPL in India, my vlogs, and all of that sort. So, if you're interested in any of those, do consider subscribing. You will not regret it. With that said, let's get started in today's video. So, the big question is, should you start or should you opt for CPL in this year, in 2021? Okay. Now, the question comes down to a lot of points. First of which is you got to think about how fast do you think will you finish your CPL, and as you're doing it, how fast will the aviation industry, or let's say every other industry, would recover from COVID. Okay. Now, this is one point that you need to look forward to, and that is the most important, is what I think. Now, if you look, I think at the time I'm putting this video is the time when last year domestic and international flights were completely banned because of COVID. And it's been a year. I mean, what a time to make a video. It's been a year. And in a year, we have recovered quite a lot. Okay. Now, yes, we still haven't, we are not at the best in with terms of domestic flying. International flying is still banned in most of the places. But even when you're talking about the Indian market, the Indian domestic market with respect to flying and everything, airlines are doing pretty good than what we expected. Okay, at this point we are functioning at, most of the airlines are functioning around 75-80%, and are expected to be expected to be 100% by probably the fourth quarter of this year, which I think will happen personally if things don't worsen up. Like right now, cases in Mumbai are going up. I don't know the reason, but yeah, if this continues, then we are again going to go on the downside of the graph, which none of us want. So yeah, recovery and how fast we get out of this and how fast the airlines start functioning is going to be a major factor on how many vacancies will roll out in the coming year. Now, let's say we leave COVID for a while, the whole COVID situation for a while. The aviation industry has always been volatile. Back from 2008 till 2015, it was a downtrending graph. Then things were fine from 2015 onwards, I would say. Late 2015 onwards, things were back on track. There were vacancies coming. A lot of unemployed pilots got into airlines and everything. And things were fine until 2020 hit. Now, even myself, like if most of you guys know that I also have been, I have an LOI, I have finished my type rating on the 320, and I was supposed to join in 2020. But then the whole COVID thing happened, and a lot of pilots like me are still waiting on their inductions. We will surely get in, but now we were supposed to get in last year. Maybe by the end of this year, whenever things get fine, just like you guys are waiting, so are we. Why I'm saying this is because the market is always volatile when it comes to aviation. Okay, you cannot predict something right now based on the situations that are going on right now. Once the COVID thing settles down more, okay, which is happening and which is a very good news, things will be back on track. Also, if you're going to start your flying career right now, you're going to take at least a year and a half, to be very frank, 2 years to finish it completely. Okay, by that time things are gonna be fine if nothing more comes out. At least if the COVID, if only you're talking about COVID will surely settle down. Everything will be back to normal. That's what most of the airlines are predicting, and I'm sure that if they are predicting, they have done their study more than what I am doing right now. So of course things will be back on track, and jobs will come once companies work a little more than 100%, because 100% they already have enough pilots, they have already enough inducted pilots who they can afford and who they're going to take in. When they plan to expand, that is when more jobs are going to come in. Now I'm being on the positive side. I'm being optimistic that things will be fine by the end of this year. But that's not the only factor that most of you are gonna think about when you talk about getting or being a pilot. The one major factor has always been and will always be, that is the cost of training. Cost of training or cost to be a pilot is a lot. I've spoken about this in multiple videos. You can check it out in the description. You can check the I button right now where I'm talking about how much money you're about to spend, how much money you will have to spend irrespective of anything. कहीं भी ट्रेनिंग कर लो उतना तो लगेगा ही लगेगा. So another important question. If you're thinking, should I do CPL or not? You need to first ask yourself, can I afford CPL or not? Okay. Can I afford it at this point? Can you, your parents, anyone afford it from your pocket? Okay. If not from your pocket, can you afford taking a loan and repaying it within the time, within whenever the installments, whenever the EMI starts? Because that's going to be a very big part of your planning. You can't just plan from a point of view of job. You have to plan from a point of view of not getting a job first. Okay. Now, when I say not getting a job, you might get a job within a year, you might get a job within a year and a half, within 2 years, 3 years, whatever. You need to have a plan in order to, what if I don't get it? So first question comes, can I pay for it? If yes, then how much time can I afford to be home or to do something else apart from being an airline pilot? Now, since we are on the part of cost, I would also like to put that if you're taking an education loan, okay, there's a big procedure. And I'm not an expert in that. I would suggest you to approach your bank, approach your home bank, whatever, whichever bank you usually do your banking is going on with. Ask them if they are providing education loans for CPL. A lot of banks were not doing it because of this COVID. Even before COVID, a lot of banks were not doing it unless and until you really have some assets to basically take loan against. So yeah, that is something that you need to look forward to. Also, education loans usually have a period in which you are basically EMI free. After that, your EMI starts. So you have that much buffer time before you basically get working. Okay. Let's say you have that 1 year buffer time. In 1 year, you don't get a job. Then what? You need to have funds to basically fund or basically pay your EMIs. Otherwise, it's going to just backfire right in your face. So again, I'm not trying to demotivate you. I'm just trying to be as honest as possible on how things can be on the negative side as well. Now let's talk about the positives. Okay. Let's say no. Let's not talk about let's say. For a fact, if the graph is going down, there has to be a support. There will be a support for sure. Okay, when it's gonna rise up, and right now, I've told you this before, I'll tell you again that right now the problem is not that there are no people to fly. The problem is the restrictions that are come due to COVID on airlines to accommodate people who are flying. Okay, the moment these restrictions are reduced or they completely are gone, people will start flying again, routes will open again, international flying will start again, and the whole market will rise again. Okay, this is not like 2008 when there were no people didn't have money to fly and airlines were going down the drains. It's not like that. It's completely different. So yeah, the graph will go back up again and things will be fine. Now when things are fine, when the vacancies come up, I'm sure you want to be on the receiving end of it, right? You want to take that opportunity, you want to go and fetch that job for yourself. You don't want to start your CPL when the jobs are coming, because you'll take two, as I said, 2 years to finish it. तब तक आके चला भी जाएगा. Okay, jobs come and go like this, literally like this. I'm telling you, 1 month you have job, next month you don't. So you gotta be prepared. So the best time is if you're starting, if you have funds, if you can do it, you can afford it right now. Look from 2 years point of view, where I'm sure there will be a better day to talk about this. We might not even have to talk about this. Things will be fine for sure. Now I've given you a few points like money, I've given you a few points like recovery and everything. Now let's talk about the most important point. That is passion. Okay. When I started my career, and a lot of pilots like me, a lot of my colleagues when they started, the aviation market was not really good. Okay. But within time, it was better. Things became better, and I fetched myself. I was doing a lot of stuff. As I said, I'm an instructor. I also am an approved sim instructor. So yeah, there are so many other options that you can go look forward to before joining an airline, before going to that ultimate goal of yours, becoming an airline pilot. So there's nothing like you cannot do this or तुम घर पे बैठे रहोगे. Now if you're with the mindset कि नहीं मुझे ये एक ही चीज करनी है, जब तक नहीं मिलेगी तब तक मैं वही रुकूंगा, that's not how it works, guys. That's not only in aviation, in any field. You need to keep your options open. You need to always be ready to take whatever opportunity comes your way. Simple as that. So that is one thing that you really need to look forward to. Also, passion. Okay, if you really want to be a pilot, वो यहाँ से आना चाहिए. Trust me. अगर यहाँ से आ रहा है, just go for it. I mean, I don't think you'll be happy in your life doing something else just because there was a situation that came, which no one of us saw, right? No one saw that COVID is going to happen. We're going to be in such big, like people are going to face such big losses. The whole world is going to come to a standstill. No one saw this, okay? And no one can predict anything what would happen. But if there's something that you want to do, just do it, okay? Don't try to ask for validation from me or from anyone else, because if something drives you, if there's something that you really want to be in your life, you will do whatever it takes to go to that, to achieve that goal. Okay, that's what I did. That's what thousands of pilots like me have done, and that's what thousands of pilots, aspiring pilots like you will do. Okay, so if it really comes from here, I would say just go and get it done. Start right now, start at the right time. Again, I'll say it also depends on a lot of factors which I've spoken about. So just because I am saying, just because anyone like me is saying, any other pilot is telling you, believe in yourself. If that's what drives you, if you can afford it, if you can give yourself some buffer before you get a job, go for it. Okay, there'll always be ups and downs. That's basically life. That's the circle of life. You're never gonna be in the happier side. You're never gonna be on the worst side of your life. It's always gonna be a balance, and that's how it works. Also, guys, if this video helped you in any way, if it gave you a better picture of what to think about before you take the big decision, do hit the like button, do subscribe, and do comment down below and tell me if you have any more questions. I will try to answer most of them. You can also DM me on my Instagram handle. Ask questions which are legit so that I can really help you out. I get a lot of questions which literally are about the same thing that I've spoken in the videos. If you have doubts, just go through my playlist. I've made a playlist where I say everything about CPL. Most of the queries which are there will be solved over there. If you have anything apart from that, feel free to DM me. And I guess we'll end the video over here. I love you all. Again, thank you for the amazing support that you guys have been giving me over this channel, and we're soon gonna grow. Also, there's a good news that's gonna come very soon. Uh, I'll give you a hint of it on my Instagram, so go follow my Instagram, and we'll end it here. So stay safe, take care, and like I always say, guys, stay golden. I love you all. Bye bye.